What is up? Welcome to Ringside and Sidelines, and today we'll be talking about two things. This past Monday Night Raw, we had the debut of Penta, and also we'll be talking about the this upcoming Royal Rumble. About some people confirming that they'll be in the Royal Rumble, because this could potentially be, one of the greatest, it's so far the most star-studded WWE Royal Rumble so far, and we only got like 5, 6 people that are barely entered in. So I can't wait to talk about that, and maybe some, 4 people that I'd like to see return or debut or just appear on the Royal Rumble. I'd really be excited to see that. But let's start off with Penta. Penta debuted and he went against Chad Gable. I mean, that is just the perfect partner right there that you want for someone like a luchador like Penta to come out to Chad Gable, really safe, and he's gonna put on a banger. He's gonna take the risk. He can sell, and he's just been putting people over. I'd say he quite a bit put over the White Six, but also just having amazing matches with Rey Mysterio, with Dragon Lee, luchadors like that. And I think, I hope Chad Gable, eventually gets, a singles title and reward for putting all these people over, for really, starting, he gets this new faction, the All American. He's been really, really good. I hope it can continue like that, just steamroll a little bit better. Them, start winning some gold, maybe a tag team or something like that. But we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about Penta and his debut. Honestly, I was not too familiar. I knew who Penta was. I saw a few stuff that he did in AEW, of course, and some other stuff that he did in Luchador Underground. I believe that's what it's called. TNA. I just seen clips of matches that he had, and I know that this guy is amazing, and he lived up to the hype, and I'm so excited to see him in the WWE. I can't wait to see what they do with him. I'm hoping, I hope that they can keep him, as I think, let's say, I hope that they can put him as a heel. That's all I'm asking. It'd be nice right now, be a baby face. Everybody loves you. And I think either way, if he's a heel, people will love him. But I think him being a heel, would really help him, because apparently, that's why I saw a lot of that. That's what he was in AEW and all that, and that he was really good at that. And, I think he has that, because I think if you keep him as a face, it's just, oh, maybe he could join, LWO, or he can join, the Gato Fantasma, however the hell you say that name, with Santos and all them. But because I think that's just the own universe that, Mexican wrestlers or, Latin wrestlers just they all get thrown there too, Andrade, I was so excited for him coming over, him seeing, and then they just threw him with Ray and all them. I mean, of course, I'm glad that he was able to get that, that 3-man tag team match, WrestleMania match, which kind of hard to remember, but, I'm just glad that Andrade was able to get that moment. But, him going with Ray, him going with Santos kind of like hurt him a little bit in the way where he kind of played catch up, and the Game 7 series with Carmelo really, really elevated him up. And I think if you started off with something like that, I think he would have been, maybe even holding the U.S. championship by now. But I'm hoping with Penta, they could keep him away from Rey Mysterio. I think the only way to keep him with Rey, I think if you're going to put him with Rey Mysterio, and it's going to be in a feud, for him to show that, you're Rey Mysterio, and I don't care because I'm Penta. I'm the future. I'm the best luchador in the WWE, and I really hope to see that. I don't want Ray just saying, I understand Ray giving him his flowers, another guy from Mexico, and just, that knew him all along, seen him everywhere. But I want to see a feud, and maybe, I think Penta should be one of the guys that should be considered to retire a Rey Mysterio. We could do a mask versus, career match or something like that. Because I gotta say this, Penta's mask clears Rey Mysterio. I know Rey Mysterio's mask is iconic. I know he got it from his family heritage. I gotta look more into Penta's mask of how it looks. I really, really love it. I think it looks really cool. I like the black. I just like all the fits that he has. I've seen the Joker ones. I've seen the black ones, the black and red ones. I've seen all that when I was looking at Penta, when, kind of doing a little bit of research before he debuted. And Homeboy's got some fits on. He's got some fits. And I'm so glad that, everybody there when he debuted, everybody knew what he was. Got a huge pop. So glad that, his family was there in the front row. Daughters were crying. Such a beautiful moment for him to be able to do a really, really good, promo, English to Spanish. And I think there'll be a little bit better here and there. But, I'm really glad. I'm really hoping to see that what Triple H does with Penta, hopefully carrying him on, because I could see him, you know, maybe Intercontinental Champion and just having dream matches with everybody. With Braun Breaker would be a really, really good match. Him and Sheamus would be a good match. Him and Ludwig also would be really, really good. And I'd say, and I wouldn't even mind, Dominic Mysterio, even though I think Dominic Mysterio will go to SmackDown, but him and Dominic would be good. Him thinking, he's siding with his dad, but he's just like, nah, I'm just here to wrestle the best. Him and CM Punk match, reignite that from AEW. I saw that when I was doing some research. But I think just everything about this guy, I'm like really buying in on Penta. He's really, really good. He's just got, the aura, everything, the fits. They dropped the merch right before. And I really, really like the merch. So I'm all in on Penta. And I'm like, I thought, as soon as I saw him, I thought, like, man, I got to get myself one of those masks. So maybe one of these videos you'll see me wear one for Penta. But here, I think Penta lived up to the debut. I want you to comment down below, who do you want him to, what is a dream match for Penta? Now on to the Royal Rumble section of this video. On this Monday Night Raw, we just had Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and Drew McIntyre all, announced that they will be entering the Royal Rumble, which we already had Roman Reigns, which we already had John Cena. I believe that, yeah, that's all of them. That's just five, and we have five multiple world champions. I mean, five world champions. Arguably some of them as a GOAT, most of them, the greatest of a generation. I mean, this is already we got five people and it's already stacked. I mean, I cannot wait to see. I could see this being the final five, final four. The final four being, Cena, Roman, Punk, and Seth. Drew being that fifth. I think this is exactly what it could be. It could honestly be, a Roman taking out Drew McIntyre and him getting pissed at that. And then, maybe him coming back in the ring and, throwing out a Roman, causing Roman, to distract him a little bit, him come back in, just get eliminated. Or maybe we could get like a Drew McIntyre with a Brock Lesnar moment, not, with Ricochet distracting him, but, somebody else distracting, like a Seth Rollins distracting Roman Reigns with, a chair gets thrown in for some reason, something like that, like as a teasing him, just like making fun of him. And Drew McIntyre takes out Roman Reigns, makes, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and John Cena as the final four, which I would be so hyped for it. But I think we'd have somebody new here, like a youngin just right there. Maybe take out John Cena and be John Cena's feud. Because, I don't think John Cena would win this. I know that's a whole different video, but I cannot wait. I honestly cannot wait to see this Royal Rumble. Who else could show up? Who else would, make a debut? But I have four people right here that I think would be perfect, to either make a debut or just to have in the Royal Rumble. Number 4, I have Matt Cardona, or also, formerly known as Zack Ryder. I think he just belongs in the AEW. I know they're in the WWE. Whoa. He belongs in the WWE, and make that clear. And I know there's rumors of him, maybe signing with AEW. And I think him and Chelsea Green, being a program together, them both being on SmackDown, her being the U.S. champ, him being a former U.S. champion, I think they would just be, that good, snarky couple together, that they just can't seem to lose, or they just, getting away with wins. I think Matt Cardona's home is the WWE, and I hope that for every single year that we always get that, always ready. I hope this is the year. This year's the year. I hope so. Next, at number 3, I have Trick Williams. I'm recording this on a Wednesday. It looked like on, Tuesday on NXT. It looks like that, him and Roxanne are going to move up to the main roster. And, I mean, just to have a Trick Williams entrance in a stadium, in a big PLE, a big 4 PLE, in a Royal Rumble, with everybody just, whoa, that Trick. Whoa, that Trick. I mean, that would be electric. That would probably be one of the greatest Royal Rumble entrances, top 10 of all time. With, hopefully everybody, knowing Trick Williams. I think the majority of people know Trick Williams, wrestling fans base. I know maybe the majority of, basic fans maybe, but I think general wrestling fans know of some sort of Trick Williams. And, maybe you have Trick Williams do a face-to-face with Carmelo Hayes, as he's coming back, as he's coming to the main roster, deciding whether he wants to go to Raw or he wants to go to SmackDown. I think that would be really, really good right there. And number 2, Joe Hendry. Say his name and he appears. I mean, I just have all the hype. Joe Hendry stock kind of has gone down these past few months, since, losing against Ethan Page. And I forgot which is a No Mercy, I believe. But I think, his hype with the WWE is still there. But I think just him being still signed with TNA, and I think TNA not pulling the trigger on him and keep losing to Nick Nemeth for the TNA World Championship. And I think that's what really hurt his stock. But I think Joe Hendry back in the WWE setting, him in the Royal Rumble, that would be that would be, that would get a Trick Williams even maybe a bigger pop. I mean, because this guy does numbers. And, that week that he, made his debut and he appeared on NXT, that was amazing. That was a huge moment. So Joe Hendry in the Royal Rumble, that's what I'm hoping for in 2025. And number 1, Oba Femi. I think him being a figure just to dominate in the Royal Rumble, just to, I don't want to say the Omos spot, where he's just the big guy that nobody where it takes 50. I mean, that's what I want. I want to take 20 people, everybody to come together and throw this guy, because this guy is such a monster. But him, to take out 5 people, him to, maybe even try almost break the record, of the most people thrown in a Royal Rumble, and him just do it in the span of like 2 minutes just because he's so strong. Him get a face off with the John Cena, him get a face off, with the Drew McIntyre, him get a face off with the CM Punk, or him get a face off with not Drew McIntyre, with Gunther, if Gunther's in the rest. I don't think he'll be in the Royal Rumble, but him and Gunther, face to face off, that would be electric. Or him with any champion at this point would be electric. Him and Kevin Owens would be good. Him and Cody Rhodes would be good. Oba Femi. I'm trying to think. Oba Femi and Braun Breaker, that face off, that would be pretty. Oba Femi and Jacob Fatu, take my money. Take my money with that. Those are the 4 people that I would want to hopefully come back. Just to make an appearance in the Royal Rumble. Matt Cardona, Trick Williams, Joe Hendry, Oba Femi. But make sure you comment down below, who do you want to enter the WWE Royal Rumble? Who you think your winner is, and what do you thought of Penta's debut? Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm all in on Penta. Cero miedo.